Hey everybody, this is Amanda Cooper with Cola Daily, and you know, Father's Day is just around the corner, and today in the studio we have a special guest. She's not only mayor of the city of Cayce, she's also a girl dad, and she's here today to talk with us, her and her father both, about their special relationship. Everyone welcome, City of Cayce Mayor Elise Partin and her dad. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Amanda.
So now, Dad, your daughter is the mayor of Cayce. How proud are you of her?
I'm so proud. It's hard to explain, to put it in words.
I bet it is. You know, I came to know your story about how supportive you are as a dad one day when we were out covering a media event. And your daughter told me that since you have been elected, you've attended most, if not all, of her city council meetings.
Just about all of them.
So you actually get up there and you go through all of that just to support your baby girl.
Yes.
I love it. And you know, this was special to me because, you know, Father's Day is Sunday, June 18th.
Yes.
And to me, you know, you are the symbol, you are the word girl dad for sure. And I don't know if a lot of people know what that means. I looked it up and it says, it is used to refer to dads who have daughters and is often used to capture the love between fathers and their daughters. And it seems like you guys have such a wonderful relationship. Could you talk about what it feels to have a girl dad?
Well, he's always been supportive of me, and when he retired, he moved to the city of Cayce, and not too long after he moved here, I ran for mayor, and he's been all in ever since the word go. He was there on election day. He comes to the council meeting because he enjoys being there, and I think his friend Gerald is probably the only one who's been to more council meetings than Dad has. But you know, it's a lot. He got me into learning how to do the shag, the state dance. He was a very good dancer himself, and it's nice to have him close by.
You know, fathers don't oftentimes get recognized for how they impact their daughters and sons' lives. Yes. How's your dad impact your life?
You know, knowing that he believed in me, even when I was young, growing up, he never shared a sentiment that there was something that girls weren't supposed to do. He always was empowering and encouraged us. He made us learn chemistry and all kinds of things that just, you know, made sure that we were empowered and could take care of ourselves and knew that we could learn things and serve and lead and take care of our communities. He did a lot just to empower me.
Now, why was that so important for you to instill that in your children?
It's very hard to explain. But growing up, I grew up with a house full of males. And to have the females around meant a lot to me. And because the only female was my mother. And I had to learn transmitting that information to her.
Wow. I love it because the engagement that you had with your mother led you to really know how to communicate and build up your daughters. You got two daughters, you have a sister, you're the middle child. If everybody didn't know that, our mayor is the middle child.
We'll start a whole online argument over older first, middle.
And you have a brother.
Yes.
But,
yes.
you know, I think it's something special that your dad just shared about how important it is for fathers to communicate with their daughters. So tell us a little bit about your relationship with Dad. What are some of the things you guys did when you were younger that you still think about and do with your children to this day?
Well, it's funny, you know, he got into shag and was doing a whole lot of dancing, and you know, he kept telling me, "Oh, you need to learn how to shag. You need to do it." And I was like, "Oh, I so am not interested." But then finally, he'd said it enough, and because of my love for him, I started taking lessons and didn't tell him. And so I started taking lessons and getting really good, and then we got to shag together in Atlanta for the Olympic games there in Centennial Park. And you know, I still shag to this day, and Dad still breaks out his moves on occasion as well. Yeah.
You guys are serious shaggers in this family.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
This is such a treat. So, you know, do you have children, Mayor Partin?
I do.
So tell us about like your relationship. How do you help your daughters and your husband connect to continue that bond of girl-dad relationships?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you first, even what Dad has done with our kids. You know, from a young age, our kids knew the periodic table of elements, and then both of our kids now know how to shag. So you know, it's passed on to the next generation. But my husband as well is an amazing dad to both of our children, our son and our daughter. You know, what fathers do really sets the culture of a household and helps it to be empowering and helping the next generation to do even better than we did.
You know, it's funny. I'm sitting here like, I've struggled. My dad, you know, struggled with the ABCs. I can't imagine having to know the entire periodic table. Why did you insist upon that?
Well, my degree is in engineering.
Oh, okay. So that makes all the sense now. Yes, you're an engineer's daughter. Yes, wow. So while the rest of us are learning ABCs, you guys are learning high level stuff here with the periodic table. That's pretty impressive.
And another thing we did, we bought a house in downtown Charleston.
Yeah.
And we were about 2 blocks from the College of Charleston.
Yeah.
Give you an idea. And we used to run from our house down to the Battery and back up to the house again.
Wow.
Yeah, Dad would get me out running and just motivated me. Yeah.
You're pretty awesome. I mean, that's pretty incredible. I mean, you know, like, how old were you when you were running to the Battery from your house in Charleston?
Well, we moved downtown when I was in 2nd grade, and Mom and Dad restored an old house that had really fallen into disrepair. So, you know, we did so much of that as a family and with great neighbors, and, you know, my love of architecture and history and those types of things really came from that move to downtown Charleston.
You know, it's amazing. I'm sitting here listening to you talk about that, and I see so much of how you were raised and how you run your city. Your daughter, you know, when I met her, she just has this energetic, innovative, and creative spirit that you've helped foster since she was a child, you know, in regards to the shagging, the creativity and fun-spirited, the intellect of knowing the periodic table, and the desire to want to take these architectural buildings, restore them, and help foster creativity, business, and progress, especially what you've done to the downtown Cayce's Arts District.
Yes.
So I see it now. That's why you're the reason why she is the way that she is.
You
Now,
can take one more step. My granddaughter, she knew the periodical table and the intermingle of the elements.
wow.
As a child.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't raise no dumb babies, do you? That's incredible.
They learned it as children.
Wow. So when you were raising, may I call you Elise? Did you see the potential to where she's at now when she was younger?
No.
You didn't?
No.
You didn't know you was raising a mayor?
No. You know, she is who she is. And she took that and she took it and ran with it.
Wow. So you gave her everything she needed to be the woman who she wanted to be.
I think so.
I think so too. Wow, this is so special. I mean, it's just very enduring to see how supportive your dad is then and now, and every day going forward. I mean, it's pretty special. So, when are you up for? When are you up for another election?
This November.
What would you like to see happen? Like, how would you like to see your daughter grow in her next election, or in her next term as mayor, if she's elected to the city, as Cayce's mayor again?
If she was being mayor again is one thing, but if she goes one step further in the chain to something higher.
Okay. Okay. Noted.
You heard it here.
I heard it. We're talking
No.
state level here. Okay. You have ambitions of her going maybe even like a state or a U.S. representative.
Yes.
Or possibly even governor. Do I hear governor?
Yes.
I love it. Your dad has spoken the future. The man who says you need to learn a periodic table has spoken. Is that right?
That's right.
And you'll still have that sign at the end of the truck.
I still have that sign.